life is good. You know what I mean?
What's going on, Big Slong Gamers? It's Benser, and like you read in that title, we're going to be ranking the top 5 best Cold War Zombies weapons to use, okay? This is Season 4. About to be reloaded real soon, so, I mean, if you haven't already, you know, leave a like, subscribe, all that nonsense. Yeah, you. I'm looking at you. You better leave a like and subscribe. I'll do really, really horrible things. No, I'm just playing. But, I mean, you know, if you haven't, you know, please do. But in that, gamers, let's get into the ranking. For our number 5 spot, it's going to be the AK-47. Now, I know what you're thinking, right? An assault rifle? Really? An assault rifle? This weapon actually is a very powerful weapon, and it is one of the most high damage output assault rifles in the game, which is also really nice. With Deadshot Daiquiri, this weapon has a damage multiplier headshot of 4.2 times, which is, you know, I don't know if you know, but that's really good. Like, you see this? You see that 2,000 damage? Yeah, let's go get Deadshot real quick, and you're going to see the big fat damage difference right here. Look, so we got Deadshot Daiquiri right here. Now we're cranking out about 4-ish K, 4.5K. As you know, it does a ton of damage. Plus, another cool thing about this weapon too is it's an assault rifle that has nearly, like, literally like 1 bullet away from 100 rounds. I mean, obviously, you know, weapons like the FFAR kind of beat it in its class with ammo capacity, but, you know, it is a pretty all-around good weapon. It has really good stability with the right build for the weapon, obviously. The AK kind of bounces around a little bit, but it does have a lot of hip fire accuracy, and obviously, you know, it's the freaking AK. Who doesn't love the AK-47? This weapon's absolutely amazing, and honestly, it is a personal favorite. This weapon does do, like I said, a lot of damage, which is also, you know, really nice. This weapon holds up in those higher rounds, kind of like 35, 45, you know, and then obviously at around 50, weapons start to, like, drop off. You need wonder weapons. You need weapons like the ones in the top 3, you know, obviously those ones are going to outcompete this weapon, but it's the AK-47. Even though it is the, you know, in the top 5 and it's only the 5th one, it's still a really good weapon. And obviously there's a lot of weapons in Cold War, I think about like 43, somewhere around there, and this manages to get top 5. So if you haven't already, check it out. Pretty good weapon. And that, gamers, let's get into number 4. Okay, look, Gallo fans, I'm sorry, but it has to be done. The Gallo is number 4 on our tier list today. And this isn't a disservice to the Gallo because, look, this weapon is amazing, but let's be honest, this weapon used to be a lot better, and with the patch that shotguns had, this weapon got absolutely effed. It's still really good, though, okay? This weapon has a lot of damage with the headshot multiplier, you know, I think it's about, like, 4 times, somewhere around there, you know, somewhere up and high, you know, obviously, but this weapon is tier 2. It has purple tier as well. And this weapon still just absolutely shreds in Cold War. I mean, it's a really fun weapon. I wouldn't say it's absolutely, like, hands down the best, but it is still a very solid weapon. I can kill mimics within a couple shots, you know, just the headshot, which is also really nice. Obviously, manglers, if you hit them in the cannon 2 or 3 times, it'll instantly kill them, which, you know, who doesn't like that? And with Ring of Fire, it does have a lot of extra damage. One of the great standout things about this weapon that I do like about, you know, this weapon a lot is the reload ability with it, how fast it reloads with the ammo pool and ammo size that you have. So basically, I have 26 shots, which is really, really good for a shotgun. Obviously, you know, it's not like some other shotguns, but it is fairly good, and it reloads, I believe, the fastest in Cold War Zombies. You know, obviously, I can sit here and spray it. I think it reloads about 3 every slug instead of 2 with some other shotguns, which is also really nice. This weapon has a lot of mobility. It does have a lot of hip-fire accuracy. That is the best thing about this shotgun, at least in my opinion. I feel like the hip-fire accuracy never lets down, even if I take off, you know, this laser sight, or if I take off this, you know, stock that I have that increases my hip-fire accuracy. So, you know, shout out to the homie number 4th. This shotgun is really good. If you love it, I'm sorry, but it's my choice. You know, it's my tier list, so suck my balls. Let's get to number 3, baby. For number 3 spot, we're going to be using the, drumroll please, streetsweeper. Okay, look, honestly, you guys seen that long reload. You already know what, you know, tier 3 was going to be on this, you know, this whole ranking list, okay? So the great thing about this weapon is it has a 4.2 multiplier for headshots. Pretty great, right? You know, obviously, a lot of people like for that reason. A great thing about this weapon is that it has an insane ammo magazine. Obviously, it takes a while to reload. You know, it's not obviously the best on reload speed, but obviously, you know, you can grab Speed Cola and make it a lot faster. The great thing about this weapon is, although it does have a longer reload, with Pack-a-Punch, any tier, you can reload 5 slugs per, reload. So you can crack out the reload in about maybe 3-ish seconds when you like drain the whole entire clip. But I mean, obviously this is insta kill, so don't get on my head about that. Okay, look, I'm cornered. I'm cornered. It has a lot of damage for say like megatons bosses. That's one thing really good about this. It's not say like like other shotguns with insane amount of damage, but it is a really good crowd clearing. Really good at that. It excels in that. Bosses, you might want to switch it up. But this one is especially really good for clearing out zombies, especially with Ring of Fire. The multiplier with Ring of Fire is absolutely insane. Like as you can see here, I have 4,300, and then now all of a sudden, I'm doing more than that just with common shots. I'm not hitting criticals or anything like that, but it's one tapping immediately. As you see, 20,000 damage, round 18. I have it tier 2, really good. I mean, this weapon is absolutely amazing at everything it does. But there are obviously, better weapons, but obviously, let's get into tier 2 gamers. Alright, for that number 2 spot, obviously, we got the Hauer 77. Obviously, this is Orion 77. This weapon is an absolute beast. I don't know who hasn't been using this in Cold War Zombies. Obviously, a lot of people love this weapon. This weapon is an absolute beast. It has an insane amount of damage. I mean, obviously, this isn't fully maxed out, tier 2 with purple tier as well. But as you can see, it does clear out zombies a lot, okay? Obviously, the streetsweeper, gallo, pretty good, but this weapon cranks out the most damage, hands down, okay? This weapon has an insane multiplier, I think about 4.2 times magnification with, obviously Deadshot Daiquiri. The amount of damage you do output regularly is still really insane. Obviously, this weapon always is mainly going to be a one tap. I mean, as you can see, look, it's doing that, but then also with, Ring of Fire, it literally just one-shots bosses, okay? I don't know much else to say. This weapon does have a really big clip. Obviously, it used to have more, but with the recent patch within, I think, Season 3, they kind of just yanked to shotguns in general. I mean, they're still really good, but shotguns used to be a lot better than they used to be, which, is pretty crazy to think. Like, they are still insanely good, and yet, they were patched before. Obviously, Treyarch doesn't like overpowered weapons, and they felt shotguns weren't the thing. It used to have a faster reload, but the reload on this weapon is actually fairly quickly. I mean, you don't get an extended, not extended, but a fast mag for shotguns. But, if you have Speed Cola and obviously Pack Punch, you can reload a bullet with every about 2 shots now. It used to be 4, but, obviously they patched it, like I said. But that's the crazy thing about this gun. It's amazing. I love it. And let's get into number 1, baby. Alright, for our number 1 spot, it's going to be the M16, baby. I mean, what would you expect? I mean, this weapon is absolutely amazing. This 6 burst shot beast absolutely tears up, even without Ring of Fire, okay? I'm doing about 10,000, I think, a shot. It's knocking literally about every zombie out just within 1 burst. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. The headshot multiplier on this weapon is absolutely godsend, just because, the tactical rifle Deadshot gives it, I think it's a 4.6 on this weapon. Correct me if I'm wrong, obviously I'm not the smartest at all these things, but hell, this is a really all-around good weapon. The clip size is really amazing. It has 108 in the shot. You can get more in the mag, I believe so, but personally I like to run just the 45 just so it's a little bit faster. But obviously, this weapon really shines when it comes to range. You don't really have to worry about it. Now, you might be wondering, why the hell did I pick the Hauer over the, why did I pick the M16 over the Hauer? Well, look, the Hauer does a one-shot about every single time, right? This weapon does as well, but it has way more range, way more in the clip, faster fire rate. All around, it just does a lot more damage, and I feel like it's a lot more reliable in certain situations. Not just up close. You can use it up close, far away, mid-range, great for boss fights, all of it. It fits. It's the perfect all-around weapon in hell. Even look at this damage with Ring of Fire. I mean, obviously, I think the Hauer beats it out in damage, terms-wise with Ring of Fire. But you don't have the range like this weapon, which obviously, it's the freaking M16, dude. Who doesn't love this weapon? It's an absolute beast, shreds zombies, and personally, I think it will be probably the meta for the rest of the game. I mean, unless Treyarch absolutely just buffs every other weapon to absolutely compete with this weapon, I feel like this is going to be the main weapon a lot of people use for a lot of different reasons. And it's all like the things I stated. But if you haven't already, this is it, baby. If you haven't already, leave a like, subscribe, all that cool nonsense. Really helps out. I shout you out too. Who doesn't love a good shout out from, you know, some random guy on the internet. But I mean, if you made it this far, you deserve a cookie. I love you. Please don't slander me in the comments. Please, I'm begging you. But in that, gamers, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a wonderful day. See ya.